The views and opinions expressed by Pete Moxley and Poophead of the Week do not represent the views of the staff and DJs of 89X, WLNX FM. And now the quote of the day, brought to you by Alicia Silverstone.
I think that the film Clueless was very deep. I think it was deep in the way that it was very light. I think lightness has to come from a very deep place if it's true lightness.
Here are two subjects that no one will take lightly when placed in the same sentence. Free speech and pedophiles. Turn off your radio, Herbert the Pervert. Yesterday, Amazon.com yanked from their online store The Pedophile's Guide to Love and Pleasure, a child lover's code of conduct. Its author, Philip R. Greaves II, said its purpose was to, quote, make pedophile situations safer for those juveniles that find themselves involved in them by establishing certain rules for these adults to follow. A pervert's constitution. Easier written than sold, Roman Polanski. When the book was discovered on the website Wednesday, Twitter and Facebook exploded with public outrage and petitions to boycott the store until the book was taken off its shelf. Before the book was pulled, Amazon issued a statement defending its release, saying it was censorship not to sell certain books because their message might be objectionable, and they do not promote criminal acts, but they do support the right of the individual to make their own purchasing decisions. Especially when the guy who drives the van filled with candy lives down your street. Will you then support us when our children are found abused? Judging by the description of this nonsense, this won't do anything to make us change our minds or feel safer around these folks. And yet Amazon keeps looking to show off this kind of content. Consider last year, when Amazon had to stop selling the video game called Rapeplay, in which the main character stalks and rapes a mother and her daughters. And they are still selling copies of a 2002 book called Understanding Loved Boys and Boy Lovers, and recently began pre-orders for a how-to guide on smuggling cocaine. Common sense. Americans and I have it and know how to use it. We don't need to be repeated our rights as customers and what not to buy. Sex offenders are beyond the First Amendment and are a bigger exploitation than the crimes they commit. Crimes that aren't promoted by this online shop or author. But what do you call it when very graphic, unspeakable acts are highlighted and sold in a book? Sexploitation. Amazon.com and Philip R. Greaves II, Poopheads of the Week.